Jim Carrey, you made your makeup artist go to counseling because you were so difficult and you are just a prick at times. I've heard you're a nightmare to work with on set. Nah, I never actually heard that, but his makeup artist apparently did go to counseling because it took 8 hours to get him in the Grinch stuff, and he would disappear. Not while they were shooting, but he would just disappear after he got all the Grinch outfit on, and then show up, and then parts of it would be missing, and his makeup artist would be like, "Why do I have to redo this on you?" And he would just be like, "Because it's torture for me." It's like, you just have to sit still and shut up.
And you get paid for it.
Yeah, you get paid $1 billion. I get paid
just get makeup put on you.
Yeah, I get paid $20.
That'd be so boring, but all that money would definitely make up for it. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind it.
I think it took him a year to film that movie, and he had to do it 100 times.
Yeah, well, Jim Carrey can. I'm sure he's doing fine now.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're talking about Planet of the Apes. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I think it was 2001.
From 2000.
2000. I was close. 2000.
The only live-action version of this movie so far.
Hopefully they don't make another, honestly.
I hope they don't either, honestly.
Because I feel like if they remade it, they'd probably make the dog talk.
Yeah, no.
It seems like something stupid they would do.
I don't know, it's not a movie that needs to be rebooted. It's...
Well, actually, I don't think you're allowed to make another live-action Dr. Seuss movie. I think Dr. Seuss's wife or family put a stop to it after The Cat in the Hat.
Good.
I mean, wouldn't you love to see Green Eggs and Ham live action?
Sure.
Just
you said more than one. If there's not a live action version of that, then we can still get it.
What?
Then he's...
No, I don't. I think I meant... I don't know what I said. I don't know.
I thought you meant there couldn't be more than one live-action version of the movie.
No, they put a stop to all live-action Dr. Seuss movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because they didn't like Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat because there were so many sexual innuendos. 007s. There were too many James Bonds in the movie. And so they were like, no, we don't like James Bond. And then Daniel Craig actually killed Dr. Seuss. That's what happened.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you were talking about Jim Carrey just disappearing. I'm pretty sure he just left with all that makeup on and hid in the grass.
He probably got sent to Al-Qaeda or something and was in war for all I know. And then he come back and he apparently... So they had to have a CIA person come in and teach Jim Carrey how to deal with torture, basically, because I guess sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day, having all that stuff put on you would be difficult, but at the same time, and then again, I guess they didn't have phones and stuff back then, so that must have been hard. And so
you couldn't be scrolling through Facebook, social media, all that, Twitter,
or looking
at Instagram, listening to Spotify, SoundCloud, watching YouTube.
Yeah. Leaving a like on the video.
Yeah, you couldn't be listening to a podcast, leaving a like on the video, commenting, sharing, subscribing, supporting the channel.
He's got kids. Let him.
Yeah, I gotta keep my double wide.
Yeah, he's gotta keep his double wide. Yeah, so.
Should just edit a clip of he's later saying that.
I got kids.
I have kids. Yeah, but we did the Muppets last week, by the way. You should totally... It was 5 days ago, actually. You should totally go check that out if you haven't.
I feel like that was the most incoherent episode we ever did, but to be completely honest, it was probably my favorite one we have ever done.
So, yeah, it's pretty short, straight to the point,
Actually, you know one better than that one? The Jurassic Park one. Yeah, I know you didn't see that. I know you didn't watch it. Go back. See? My cat thinks so, too.
Also, it's Christmas. Watch the Batman Returns episode.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even got to watch the part with 89. Just skip to the Batman Returns part 30 minutes.
Or watch the whole thing.
Yeah, watch the whole thing. That's preferred, but...
Yeah.
I don't want to waste your time, but...
I do.
Support me. Help me.
This literally benefits me in no way. I just want people to hear my stupid opinions.
But let's start getting into the Grinch. So, how does this movie start?
With a title thing that says a Ron Howard film.
Yes, Ron Howard is the director.
That's the first time I think we've ever said the director.
Probably. I don't know what other movies he did, but...
I think he was like in or directed something of the Andy Griffin Show, or was that somebody else?
I thought you said he... Well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so how does this movie, start?
Alright, so you know the story of the Grinch. His heart was 2 sizes too small, and he was like an outcast who. I have a strange theory that I just thought of right off the top of my head.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think that the Grinch... Okay, so when... You remember how the old lady said that all Who babies fly in on umbrellas or something like that?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not true. Why would they even have marriage in Whoville if they weren't having intercourse to have babies? Wouldn't make sense otherwise. I think the Grinch was born with like a birth defect or something, and they were having that. It was a swingers party. That's the party that they were having. It was literally a swingers party. There's no doubt in my mind. And so they were all, getting freaky in there, and the Grinch was born with like some birth defect. And so they knew, the person, whoever had him, knew that everybody was in there swinging. So they left him on the doorstep because he would be found there, because it's people coming in and out of the swingers party. So, and then the old ladies raised him, and or he's Krampus's son. Dang, that one came out of nowhere. That one actually, you fucking lit up on that one. You're like, okay.
That got dark. Very dark. I don't know if the Grinch is quite that bad.
No, he's a good guy. He redeemed
he's
himself.
actually a good guy. He's better than all the Who's except for Cindy Lou.
Yeah, dude.
I'd say.
Those Who's are psychotic.
Yeah, they are not good people. For the most part, they're not good people.
No.
Well, the mayor is really the only awful person, but everyone just listens to him. Yeah. It's kind of like America today. Everyone's so ignorant.
Yeah, they literally just... If one person tells you something, everybody just listens to it. It's like, oh, well, that's law of the land. It's just like the mayor just said, Grinch bad. Everybody's like...
Well, he's bad. That. They literally bullied him into isolation.
Yes, as a child. They bullied him to go to a top of a mountain. Also, how did he build that lair? He did not bring any tools with him.
He had a lot of time, and he got all the garbage, so...
That is true. He did say they threw away all their Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So
he had to, have ingenuity to survive up there, probably.
Dude, that means somebody threw away Max. The dog?
Yeah.
How else would the dog get up there?
I have no idea. That's screwed up, though.
Yeah, somebody threw away a dog. Well, actually, that's a real thing people do. Ow, cat! I'm about to throw you away for biting me, jerk.
You're no good if you throw away a dog. You're not good in my book.
Well,
dogs are amazing.
Okay, look. People buy Christmas animals.
Subscribe if you love dogs.
Unsubscribe if you Michael Vick dogs. There you go. Resubscribe if you Ray Rice. What? What? Ray Rice, the running back? He was... What?
What?
He was a running back for the Baltimore... Why did you bring Ray Rice up?
I didn't. Why do you bring Michael
Anyways, so back to Adrian Peterson beating his kid. Oh my gosh.
Okay, just...
There goes your monetization.
Jesus.
Sorry. Okay, anyways. This is a real thing. It needs to be said because you're uploading this when? On?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Don't get somebody an animal as a present. Animals grow up. People get animals, and then a year later, they give them to a shelter or something, because they're like, holy crap, this small husky puppy has turned into this ginormous animal that eats all the time and is super hyperactive. Yes, it's an animal. Don't get an animal if you're not willing to take care of it for the long haul. It's bad. Don't do that. Don't buy people. And also, if you get given an animal, take care of it. Don't be a douchebag.
Yeah, if you give someone an animal, make sure they actually want it.
Yeah, like
if they've told you, yeah, get it. But
like, there's all these younger. It's our generation. It's younger guys and girls that ask for these animals, and then a year later you don't see them with them, and you're like, oh, what happened? It's like, oh, he got too big. It's like, oh, so if you just, I don't know, let's say you want a baby. you get that baby, and then it's like, oh, it's 2 years old, and my phone went off. Sorry. It's 2 years old. This thing grows up. It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Things grow up. Don't do that.
I love big dogs. Love them so much.
Big dog. My favorite type of dog is German Shepherd. Leave comment what your favorite dog is. Was Max from the Grinch your favorite breed of dog? He seemed like a smart one. Go get you a Max.
Yeah, Labs are my favorite dog. I love German Shepherds too.
Yeah, big dogs are pretty cool. Small dogs aren't. They got big dog mentality, but they're just like small. I also like cats for the most part. I mean, I like my cats. I like big cats. Oh, I love me a good tiger. Go watch Tiger King on Netflix. I know I'm like, that's really late, but go watch that.
Yeah, but they bullied him into isolation. There's actually like quite a bit of social commentary in this movie, like over stuff like that. And this movie's pretty funny.
Also, by the way, I don't know what was going on in 2000. The mayor says, "You're 8 years old and you have a beard." Like, what the at 8 years old, I would have died to have it. Well, I probably did have a beard at 8 years old. I don't know. I had facial hair. Probably not at 8, but like, when I was younger, dude, beards were so cool. Even to this day, beards are still cool. Like, I don't know what they were doing in 2000, but since when are beards not cool?
Yeah, if you can pull it off, when are they not cool? And the Grinch, he could, at 8 years old, he was pulling that beard off, dude. He was rocking it.
Also, did you notice how he shaved, like I'm putting air quotes on this, shaved his face, but literally nothing changed? Did you see that?
Yeah, it confused me because, like, where he had the blade pointed when he turned it on, it wasn't, like, towards the beard. It was towards, like, the part of his face that didn't have, like, hair or much hair. I'm like, your beards are, like, over here, bro. Like, down your cheeks, not on your chin.
He had all the little thingies. There wasn't any. But anyways.
Yeah. Oh, that chick, though, that he got the present for in present day, that was hilarious. When Cindy Lou was trying to figure out about the Grinch, and she's like, "Me, I did not have a crush on the Grinch." And Cindy Lou was just like, I didn't ask that." She's like, "Oh, of course not."
But this movie opens though with, I think, was it the teens climbing the mountain?
Yeah, they're on the Grinch's mountain.
Yeah, and Max scares them off with this decoy thing. Well, they run back into town, and turns out one of them is Cindy Lou's brother, and then they talk about the Grinch, and Cindy Lou's like, I'm not feeling this whole Christmas thing. She says it feels weird. She was right, because the Who's, it was all about presents. It wasn't about...
Yeah, it was basically about selfishness.
Yeah, it was about corporation. Well, not necessarily corporations, but it was just about...
And the Grinch was basically a symbol or whatever that if you're different, you're going to get pushed away.
Yeah. And, like, if you watch this movie and just kind of, like, look at it from, like...
If you look at it on a deeper level, it hits pretty hard, actually.
Yeah, it's like the dude did nothing wrong. He hated Christmas from the beginning because, first off, he never had, like, people to actually... Well, he had the old women, but, like, they didn't seem like very good role models. Like, they were having a swingers party the night that... Like that, I don't know if that's confirmed or whatever, but that straight up looked like a swingers party.
Yeah, and apparently they didn't really care when he left because
they didn't.
They didn't look for him. They didn't. There's nothing about it anyway, so I'm assuming they just didn't care. He was just gone.
And like he grew up, and it's like and Jim Carrey's dropping bombs left and right. He's like, battle with my self-loathing. It's like, damn, dude. He's like, dinner with myself. Can't cancel on that again. He's like, well, if I push this... Dude, that whole fucking... He was perfect in this movie. Like, he was so funny. Just his... Because he could literally be Jim Carrey in this movie.
Yeah.
He can't be Jim Carrey in Batman Forever.
Yeah, okay, there was a scene in Batman Forever. It was the Batcave scene, when he's, like, throwing the bombs like he's a pitcher and stuff. Uh-huh. That literally seemed like an audition for this movie. Like, I feel like they just looked at that scene and was like, Jim Carrey's our guy for the Grinch.
Well, do you even remember in Batman Forever, he went, he did that stupid ass laugh, and then in this movie, he does it in this, too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, he was great in this movie. He's good.
Yeah, this movie it's pretty deep, but it's also pretty funny.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's just a children's movie.
When he smashes the bottle and starts eating the glass, he's like, "Am I just eating because I'm bored?"
I do that shit sometimes. I opened a bag of chips.
I do too.
I opened a bag of chips the other day and I was sitting there eating and I'm like, I just ate a Subway sandwich. I'm literally not even hungry. But I have to eat when I'm watching something, it feels like. But I don't know.
Or like when you're just like laying there and you can't sleep and like you can't find something to watch on YouTube or something and you're just like, I'm just gonna eat.
Dude,
just because.
A big thing of peanuts next to my bed that I pick out all the almonds and pecans and eat them.
Dude, I will eat your almonds. Give me your almonds. I love almonds.
I'm not. I will beat you to death.
Are you saying you eat the almonds?
I'm saying I eat the almonds. By the way, almonds are the worst nuts. Other than peanuts. Peanuts, like, on a scale, peanuts are at bottom tier, but almonds are right below, like, right above peanuts and worst nuts. I'm not going to say what I think the best nut is, because that'll get you even more demonetized. We're back to Sploogin' Scrooge. Or Scrooge and Sploogin'.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's fitting that we're doing this after we just talked about Scrooge. We're talking about the Grinch. There's actually quite a few parallels between those two.
Yeah, they both.
Which is interesting.
They both hate Christmas, but
they both have reasons.
Yeah,
to
they're
hate
not.
Christmas.
They're not just. They just don't hate Christmas just because it's. Oh, we need a character to hate Christmas. Well, why do they hate Christmas? Because.
Yeah, they actually have reasoning.
And if you kind of think about it, it's kind of the same reasoning. Scrooge didn't have a family. Grinch didn't have a family.
Yeah.
Scrooge wasn't necessarily bullied, but it didn't really seem like he had friends. Like, he had friends in school, but, like, the Grinch didn't have anybody. They both fell in love, and that love left. Grinch got to be with his love, but Scrooge didn't. She's probably, like, dead. But at the end of the day, who made them, what made them start caring for Christmas? What thing? A
child.
So they're both pedophiles.
No, okay.
Oh, no. Okay, no. Okay, not. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so let's get back to this. So, like, towards the beginning, it's pretty close to the beginning. Cindy Lou's, like, with her dad, and they go by the, like, gift boxes or whatever. Like, they're pretty much at a post office. Right? Like, that's where you send and receive gifts. And her dad says something about the Grinches has never been touched in or out. So, see, no one's ever even tried to send him a gift in all these years.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that shows that the people that raised him didn't care about him. They don't care enough to send him a gift.
I do like something that Cindy Lou says. She says, Dad, I think I'm going to do something drastic at the Who celebration thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, honey, ask your mother. Like, they literally didn't give that poor child the time of day because they were so focused on the gifts part.
It's ridiculous.
Christmas isn't about gifts.
No, not at all. But yeah, I forgot, what was the Grinch there for, like, in the village for? Because Cindy meets the Grinch directly after.
He was there to cause some trouble.
Yeah.
He was just there to try to troll people, and it was so funny, dude. The bikers drove by, and their, like, bikes fell apart, and he's just like, oh, I wonder what happened, and he's got the hacksaw behind his back, and then he, like, hands it to the children, he's like, here you go, kids, run fast with it. I'm like, that dude's literally trying to kill people, oh my god. You know what? As bad as the Grinch was, Cindy Lou's mom probably killed more people than the Grinch did. She stole a stoplight, and you hear the massive car pile up behind her.
Oh, yeah.
You just hear, and she's like, we gotta go now. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Cindy meets the Grinch in that scene towards the beginning, and I don't even remember what happened. It was like a conveyor belt type thing with presents on it, right? And
what happened? She fell in the hole.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The Grinch was like, well, that was easy. And he goes to walk away, and Max doesn't let him. Because I think at the end of the day, the dog knows the Grinch the best, and that's sad.
Well, yeah.
And he's like, he knows he's not a bad guy. And I don't think the Grinch would have walked out of there and left her. Because she would have got smashed.
No, the Grinch isn't the freaking Joker.
No. And so he grabbed her and pulled her out. And she's like, thank you for saving me. He's like, saving you? He clearly saved her. Is that
what you think I was doing?
Yeah, and he was clearly going to leave.
Yeah.
But then he turns around and wraps her up as a present. But the thing is it she was able to poke her arms out and unwrap herself in like no time.
Yeah, it was no harm.
No, yeah, he wasn't trying to harm her in any way. Like he's just a good guy. I mean, he's just misunderstood.
I like how a lot of times I don't know, like narrating with movies, like if there's a narrator in the movie, it's like really hit or miss with me, but I think it works in this.
I think it works with all Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Movies.
And that's the moment, like, everyone says the Grinch is so bad, but Cindy, like, had this, she torn in her soul or her heart or whatever, like, if the Grinch is so bad, why would he save me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where she starts to do what no one else would and see the good in the Grinch and want to give him a chance and all that.
That's why she nominated him for the Whoville deal.
Yes. What was it? The Celebration Meister or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, she nominates the Grinch, and everyone's like, okay, runner-up is the mayor, so if the Grinch doesn't show, it's going to be the mayor.
And the mayor actively tried to make up a rule to say the Grinch couldn't be nominated. And
yeah, and she's like, where does it say that?
He's like, right here it says, it just can't be the Grinch. And she's like, oh, really? What page? And he's just, I lost my place.
It's in there, though.
It's in there, though. Yeah, it's like, and trust me,
yeah,
bro.
that kid schools him, though. Like she's knowledgeable.
She's the smartest person in the whole Whoville.
She is.
That's pretty sad.
But yeah, they're all like, the Grinch isn't going to show, blah, blah, blah. And then Cindy, she goes to the mountain. Like, How do kids get up that mountain like so like easily? I don't know. But she goes to the mountain and invites the Grinch, and he's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then
they have a funny back and forth and whatnot.
Yeah. Then when the actual ceremony starts, it seems like the Grinch isn't gonna show, and the mayor is getting ready to accept it. And the thing with the Grinch going back and forth with Max, like he's like, okay, I'll go. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
But
yes.
What would I wear?
Yeah, then Max opens the door.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then he shoots out of the tunnel.
Yeah, so this is really the first time you kind of see the Grinch having a good time because...
Oh, it was so funny when they were force-feeding him foods and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And the fudge. And he's like, oh, bring it on.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Is that all you got?
And then somebody put their fingers closed and he went, took their fingers off. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, then the sack race. He wins the sack race. And he's like,
I'm
number one. I beat you.
And then they're like hoisting him through the thing. And they're hoisting him through. He looks at a kid and he's just like, ha, loser. You just hear him say loser as he like goes by. But yeah, he's like, at first you could tell how, I don't know, it seemed like there was like a social anxiety to that because that was the first time he was actually around a lot of people again.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you see him slowly start opening up and he's like, dude, this is fun. Like, I'm having a blast. And
yeah, then the mayor gives him a gift, and
it's a razor.
Yeah.
Which, if you know from the flashback, that's what got him isolated. Because, once again, for whatever reason, it's not cool to be 8 years old and have a beard.
Yeah, and he even had flashes then to that, and... I don't know why, it was like so dramatic when he turned it on, just because I've seen this before and I knew what was going to happen. But... So he goes off basically on the village and starts wrecking it, and he breathes fire. He like grabs whiskey from the old dude, the dude that gongs the clock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he breathes fire. That was pretty cool. I'm like,
yeah,
the Grinch is a dragon.
Yeah, he's a dragon.
Yeah.
Or he's a firebender from like
then that tiny car that explodes.
Yeah, that was so dramatic, but it was so funny.
It was so dramatic and stupid, but it was hilarious.
It's like he's slow motion running away from it. Like, oh my god, I forgot that was in this movie.
I knew there was explosions, and I'm like, why was there explosions in this movie again?
That's like,
I forgot he breathed fire.
Yeah, then this movie's budget was like $80 billion, and like 70 billion of that just went to the like breathing fire and explosion they had for the tiny car.
Oh yeah, also, not to forget that to add to the razor blade thing, The mayor proposes to the chick he used to have a crush on in front of him.
Mary Lou, I think is her name.
And I'm pretty sure she would have said no, like just straight up no if it wasn't in public.
But Grinch didn't give her a chance because he started running his finger down the car.
Yeah.
Dude, not only did the mayor give her like this big old diamond
a car.
Yeah, he's like, and you win this brand new car if you say yes, paid for by the tax dollars of the Whoville citizens. And everybody's like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah. So basically, all that happens, he wrecks all of it. And then the mayor has a whole thing once the Grinch is gone. Oh yeah, the Grinch shaved like the middle of his head. Good, he deserved it.
Yeah, he was mean.
When he tells his assistant, do something, he just takes a razor and does the same thing. Like, that dude was an idiot. But the Grinch is basically goes back into isolation, and the mayor is like, can we just enjoy Christmas how it should be? Grinchless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's such a dick.
Dude, not a nice man.
I hate the mayor.
He made me sad.
So yeah, that leads to pretty much the Grinch prepping to steal Christmas. Guess I did steal Christmas, finally.
He successfully stole Christmas. Did you just say that?
I said he got the idea. You got the idea to steal Christmas. About time. The Who's don't deserve freaking Christmas because they're selfish pricks.
Oh, by the way, if you looked at Cindy Lou's note she wrote to Santa, first off, she does not seem like the type of girl that would have that terrible of handwriting. Second, it was like she was basically telling Santa, I don't know what I want for Christmas. Is Christmas even like, what is it? Because she was like having like, it's like not, I guess it would be an identity crisis because, you know, Who's are raised with the idea that, you know, Christmas is for presents and all this other stuff. And it's like, she's just like, is that really what it's all about?
Is it really? Is that all?
Materialistic items, is that what it's all for? And, you know, and then old Grinchy McSminchy Flinchy. Old Grinchy McSpinchy Flinchy decided he's like, yo,
screw your presents.
I'm just gonna steal everything. So he took everything. He left not even or he left only but a crumb. But not even big enough for him. I don't remember.
What do you think of the montage of him like prepping everything, building the sleigh, getting all that ready?
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's just all the dumb
when he
stuff.
tests the engine, smashes into the wall, and he's like, the airbag doesn't come out. He's like, a little late on the airbag. That's what these tests are for, though. He's like, I need a reindeer. Oh, Max, you're gonna be Rudolph.
Dude, yeah,
cuts off the horn.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, here's your motive. You're an ugly reindeer or something like that. Santa needs you. You're a loser. You're a loser reindeer or something like that. Your name is Rudolph. You have a shiny, weird nose. And it's like,
and we're gonna.
I've never heard anybody describe Rudolph like that.
We're gonna steal Christmas. And then the nose falls off. He's like, you reject your own nose because something about the spirit of Christmas or whatever. Genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's crazy that a majority of this movie was literally just Jim. Well, I say majority, but I don't know. What's the runtime?
Like an hour 37 or something like that?
I'd say at least 37 minutes of that is just Jim Carrey talking to himself. And
or the dog.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's having a conversation with just himself, though.
Pretty much.
Like, not another human in the scene. And it
works.
There's only a few movies that can do that. The only other movie that I can think, but it's the entire movie, of where, basically, may I want to move that. He's about to bolt. Yeah. The only other movie that I can remember that, like, has somebody talking to themselves and it, like, works for almost the entire movie.
Castaway.
Oh, well, that one too. I was going to say The Martian.
Oh, yeah.
There's like, I don't know, there's only a few actors I feel like that can actually do that. And I guess Jim Carrey is one of them. Have you ever seen him in a dramatic role?
I haven't seen The Truman Show yet.
Apparently, it's just like, he's really, really, really good in like dramatic roles.
Yeah.
But, you know, they say comedy actors are the best dramatic actors because, you know, comedy's based around sadness. So.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he takes off, goes steals Christmas, and what do you think of the scene that he had with Cindy Lou? He's dressed as Santa, of course.
Oh my gosh, he said something.
He's taking the tree, she comes down the stairs, and she's like, Santa?
Yeah.
What's Christmas all about? And then he's like,
Presents.
vengeance!
Yeah.
I mean,
Presents.
get presents.
Yeah.
She's like,
Like, really?
That's what I was afraid of.
But yeah, no, that stuff was, I don't know. I like how the narrator chimed in though, and he's like, oh, but that quick-witted Grinch thought of a lie, and or whatever he said, and he's like, oh, but little Cindy Lou, this tree has a light that does not light up, and he's sitting there like tapping it. The tree's unplugged.
Yeah. None of them light up.
None of the lights are lighting up.
All the lights went out.
So he could have literally pointed to any light and just been like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but when she's like, Santa, don't forget about the Grinch.
Yeah.
And then she kind of roasts him, but...
Yeah, she's like, he might be hairy and smelly and something else, but I think he's really a nice person. And he's
and
like...
his hands might be clammy.
Yeah, clammy. Yeah, and he's just like, he's behind the tree and you see his face and he's like, damn, somebody actually cares about me.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never felt that before. And he's like, sweet girl. Bad judge of character. I love that. It's just how his face just goes from, why am I doing this, to, yeah, she's stupid.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
She's wrong.
Dumbass.
Then the whole montage of him stealing Christmas from the rest, stealing present. And the cat thing was funny to me.
Dude, do you remember on all those, on old VHS tapes, when they would play the trailer for this movie? That was the trailer right there. Like
the whole montage?
No. The cat jumping out of the bag.
Oh, really?
Yes, I swear. If I found one of the old VHS tapes that was on, if I just knew one,
Yeah.
if I could remember, I would just name that specific VHS tape, and that would be on there. But oh my gosh, I remember seeing that so many times. There was a movie I used to watch. It used to be on there, and it was like, "Come get the Grinch on home video or VHS tape today." Well, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But
Yeah, I don't know. That was funny, though. And he's like, what's in here? And the cat comes out again. He's like, oh, no. Oh, no. So, yeah, he takes it. Or, no, the sleigh is out of fuel. Mm-hmm. So, Max
drags it up the mountain.
He's like, doesn't Max, like, start laughing or something? I don't know. He's like, what are you looking at? Or laughing about Rudolph. And he has to drag the sleigh all the way up the mountain. So Whoville, oh yeah, he takes the diamond ring that the mayor gave to the chick. He takes that and he ties the mayor's bed to a police car. So yeah, Whoville wakes up presentless
and foodless and
decorationless.
Mm-hmm, he took everything except for the big tree in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Why didn't he burn that down again?
Yeah,
that is a great question. He burnt it down the first time. Why not do it?
Yeah, why is it back? He already burned it down.
They had a backup.
Oh.
They literally said, it's like, we have a backup tree.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And he's sitting on top of the mountain, and he's just like, yes, it's time to hear their cries. And at the same time, the mayor's having a conversation. He's like, yo, Cindy Lou, you're an idiot. Remember, all you people are idiots for listening to her. And Cindy Lou's dad steps in and is like, my daughter's not dumb. He's like, I'm proud of her. He's like, she knows what the true meaning of Christmas is, and nobody else does. And then the mayor's like, well, y'all are all just a bunch of more, and everybody's like cheering, and it's like, oh God, people actually agree with this. And so they gather hands around the tree and they start singing, and it's pretty songs, and the Grinch hears it, and he's like,
dude, he like falls and starts having a heart attack because his heart's growing.
Dude, I love that so much. If you watch him fall, his arm lands on a rock, and he's like, he's trying to like hold his arm in pain, and then he goes back to his chest, and then it's like his chest stops, and he goes back to his arm, and then he goes back to his chest, and then the narrator says, and his heart grew 2.5 sizes that day.
3 sizes.
3 sizes that day, whatever it was. But you know what? When the Grinch's heart grew, I think I would touch him with a 39.5-foot pole.
Yeah, get that upgrade.
Yeah. But, yeah, his heart grew, and Cindy Lou goes to the top of the mountain to look for him or something like that.
Yeah, well, the sleigh's like about to fall off the mountain or something, and the Grinch is like, oh, the presents are about to fall or vanish, and I care. What is wrong with me, or what is happening?
And he chases it. And
Yeah.
and
Cindy Lou just pops up. Like, I guess she was just gonna fall with it. I don't know.
Yeah. But dude, I love.
Dude, the Grinch has super strength.
Dude, he's like.
Oh, dude, the flashback again. When the chick that had a crush on him was talking about
muscles.
it. Yeah, the muscles. Because he picks up the tree.
Yeah, it's like
The muscles.
so weird.
It was fucking hilarious, man.
It was, but it was just weird.
Yeah, so they take the presents back.
Yeah, they go through. They ride the sled and stuff, and Cindy Lou's dad, like, just. He stands in front of the big tree and puts his hand out. He's
Yeah,
like,
when they're
"Stop
going
in
through it,
name
the
of
Grinch
law."
is just yelling, "Move! I can't stop!"
I don't have insurance. Yeah. And they stop, and then he admits his crime to the city police, and the mayor's like, I would recommend the pepper spray on him. And the cop's like, yeah, I heard him. He said he was sorry. So remember, kids, thievery is an option.
Don't listen to him.
No, steal all you want. but
Any
as long
kids
as-
that are listening.
as long as you have a change of heart and you bring it back and you say I'm sorry, you won't go to jail.
Yeah, that's totally not true, but
It happened to the Grinch. It can happen to anybody.
I guess. Yeah, but they return all the stuff, and then they go back to the Grinch's lair, and he hosts Christmas.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was in his place.
I did not pay attention then. I
Well,
guess I was
like-
finishing my Subway sandwich.
Like on the walls and stuff, it was like the gear things that are in his lair. So yeah, it was his place. And he carved the roast, and he's like, "Does anyone want the gizzard?" And someone's like, "Me." He's like, "Too late, it's mine."
Yeah.
So he's still got that Grinchiness in him. He's
Yeah.
still the same old Grinch.
I'm sure, basically, I don't know how many people had seen the Muppets movie,
Yeah.
but, like, I'm sure everybody's seen the Grinch. This is just one of those, like, would you
Classics.
call it a cult Christmas classic? Like, this is one of those movies. The two movies that I always think about when it comes to Christmas, like, just that everybody watches at Christmas time, is the, oh my gosh, the Vacation movie.
Oh, yeah.
National Lampoon's. Yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Those are like, oh, well, I know this is extremely off topic, but there is a movie on Netflix, and I don't know if it's still on there. It's called Claws.
I think it is. I know what you're talking about.
Dude, that movie is so good.
Yeah, I've heard.
Like, it's insane. Like, if you want to watch another good movie, like another good Christmas movie or something, actually sit down and watch that one. It's animated. Some people don't like animated movies, but it's actually really, really good. Like, it's heartwarming and just, it's one of those just feel-good movies. Anyways, but back to the Grinch. Yeah, the Grinch is, it's so good. Have you ever seen the animated Grinch, the new animated Grinch?
No.
It's, I don't know, I couldn't even finish it.
Yeah,
it's not that it's bad, it's just, it's not,
Boring.
yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah, I don't know. This Grinch is kind of weird because I'm pretty sure like the love for it has grown over time. Like it kind of like you said, it's kind of cult Christmas classic.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the Grinch is such an iconic Christmas figure, so makes sense.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen the classic cartoon The Grinch, also go watch that. That's really good.
Yeah, like a lot of people like this movie because it's funny, and I don't think a lot of people kind of see the deeper side of it.
No, I mean, why would you though? Because you're watching.
I mean, you don't have to, but it's there.
If you-
So, like, you can see it on different levels, which is, like, it's impressive when movies can do that.
It is, especially like children's movies,
Yeah.
because you think it's a kids movie. Why is there? There should be like I think I said this in the Muppets thing. No, I was talking about humor in the Muppets thing. Like, I feel like most children's movies nowadays, it's just like, oh no, you have motivation. You have, like, I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to get at, but I don't know. It's just...
I don't know why this just came in my head, but it's towards the beginning, too. Grinch calls Cindy Lou's dad. He's like, yes, is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, is your blah, 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 blah. Well, you better go catch it.
No, I love that the Grinch is just prank calling people in Whoville.
I love how he went through the phone book and he's like, alphabetical. And he's like, aardvark who? I hate you. Hate. Double hate. Loathe entirely. I love that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Great Christmas movie. I don't know who doesn't watch this every year, but you should.
Like, this is one of those movies that you don't even have to watch around Christmas. This movie's just good at all times.
Yeah. This is like, there's not very many movies I watch every Christmas, but this is one of them.
Yeah, and that's saying something, because the other only movie he watches is Batman Returns.
Yeah, Home Alone too.
No, you don't. You don't ever watch Home Alone.
Yeah, I meant Home Alone, not like Home Alone 2. I watched the first Home Alone.
No, he only watches Home Alone 2.
I think I skipped the first one.
Yeah, he watches Home Alone 4. Lost.
I didn't even know that existed until like
Home Alone
today.
4 Lost in Brazil.
Yeah. So,
leave a comment if you want us to do the Leprechaun movies.
Yeah, let us know what you want us to do down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the Batman Returns episode and the Muppets episode last week. But what would you give the Grinch on a scale of Grinch?
I give it to G to the inch.
So full scale?
Full send.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a grin.
Oh, a grin. Oh.
Yeah, grin out of a Grinch.
You grin when you watch the Grinch.
I do.
I give it a G to the inch, so that means I Grinch when I watch the inch. I have no idea. I'm so tired. My energy has just hit an all-time low.
Okay, so yeah, next time we'll probably be talking about Wonder Woman 84 because that comes out tomorrow, Christmas Day.
Wow, it's totally not 12:44 December 19th. Sorry, am I not?
People are gonna see this on Christmas Eve.
Do I not need to keep dating all of these?
You should probably stop.
Okay. Oh, yeah, but no, seriously, like, if you have, like, a random, I don't know, stupid movie, like...
Yeah, we will watch anything. Maybe not anything, but
My cat just ran into the cabinet, like, full speed. If you hear that thud, I hope that picked up. I hope that picked up.
No, we will watch pretty much anything you recommend, maybe. I don't know, probably not.
Okay,
but
no,
probably.
The rules is, it can't be, like... It has to be on a streaming service like Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus.
Or you can go to Patreon and donate like $10 and we will watch literally anything you tell us to.
You know what? I like your thinking. There you go. And that $10.
And if you're still listening, you obviously love us.
Yes. So donate him $50 right now. If you don't, your family. I know where they live.
Don't listen to him. Just donate like $10. Recommend us a movie and we will watch it.
Don't worry. I can clear myself of all crimes. I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
So.
Can't hold it against me now. Got him.
Okay, is there anything else you need to add? Or
I don't know.
Just ready for...
Holidays just don't feel the same anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah, growing up sucks.
Yeah, I can relate to the Grinch like way more than I used to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you said it. You texted me that, and you're like, because we're bitter old men now.
Yeah.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I could relate to Scrooge.
Yeah, it's like, I can see where these guys... It's sad that you can see
I know.
where they're coming from.
That's how it is when you're an adult, though. It's like... I don't know. It just, like, loses a little bit of its spirit, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. The day I found out that, you know...
And plus, you got... Most people, I guess, have more problems when they get older. More stuff to worry about, more stress. All that fun stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. I just remember the times of watching, if you had Dish Network, watching channel 180, ABC Family.
Yes, 25 Days of Christmas.
Yes, and you watched like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yes,
Reindeer.
dude. I watched all the specials, like all the movies.
Dude, yeah, you watched all of that stuff, and then you're just like, I'm hyped. And it's like, I remember used to like crying if we didn't have the Christmas tree up by the 1st of December.
Yeah, I used to love like helping put up Christmas stuff, and now I'm like, yeah, it's Christmas.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll still go look at Christmas lights and stuff.
Yeah, I still look at stuff. I mean, I try to get in the spirit, and I can at times. I mean, sometimes it's just kind of hard. But, I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same.
Like, I don't even have a Christmas tree.
Yeah, no.
Also, why are Christmas trees so expensive? They're normally ruined after, like, 2 or 3 years. And those things can be, like, $300 to $400.
And you only have it up for, like, a month, if that.
I'm gonna be honest. If I got a Christmas tree, that bitch would stay up.
Dude, mine would be up, like, after Thanksgiving until, like, the Super Bowl.
Mine would be up. If the Packers won the Super Bowl, mine would be up for the rest of eternity. It would just be a mainstay decoration. I would just decorate it for every holiday. I would go through that. What are we talking about?
Let's get off this rant. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Wonder Woman 84 is next. So.
Hey, Warner Brothers, if you pay us $7 a piece, we will give glowing reviews for Wonder Woman 84. Because I have a weird feeling that movie is just, I don't know why, I just have a feeling it's not going to be that good. $7, $14 out of your pocket. We will say nothing but positive things. That's gonna, you know what's gonna really suck? Is if that movie's like really, really good, and then we talk about it and say nothing but good things, and somebody's gonna be like, I wonder if they actually got paid. I wonder if they actually got paid.
I mean, you just gotta look at the size of my channel and the views I get, and you can tell I didn't get paid. Okay, yeah, so Wonder Woman 84 is next. If you want us to do any movies, you can just comment it down below, or you can, give us like $10 and we'll do literally anything. But if you comment it down below, make sure it's on a streaming service so we can actually watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks.
Don't be like a weird streaming service either, like Hulu.
Yeah. What?
I don't have Hulu.
I don't either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get it.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 84 next time. Have a great day.
Oh,
thank you
Merry
so
Christmas,
much for...
Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And Happy Holidays if you don't
Happy
celebrate.
Hanukkah, even though that's already over for anyone that's Jewish.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas.
Happy Chrysler.